This is Ryan with the Harvey Historical Society. I actually just live 2 blocks away, so I'm here with my neighbor, Miss Dorothy, and she is one of the residents that Mayor Clark and the MWRD are proposing to put a retention pond on Myrtle, where these folks had their homes. Our neighbors had their homes here. We're saying no. We have lots of alternatives. You don't need to do this project. So, as part of that, we wanted to just have Miss Dorothy share where she lives and her house and her story and how she feels. So, do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about this? Is your beautiful yard? So, you guys have a lot of space. Look at this. A new AC unit. All right. And yeah, do you want to just show us your kitchen like you did? That was beautiful. Well, they have a nice little look at. They don't even have to walk outside here. It's a little side porch. And then we come in here. All right, Miss Dorothy. So yeah, tell us. This is a beautiful house. How long have you been here?
50 plus years.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so being here and being threatened to have to move and stuff for a potential pond, I think is outrageous. Is aggravating. Not only being aggravating, it takes a toll. It takes stress on your body. But running around looking for a property that you shouldn't have to because I worked 2 jobs to pay for what I got. And to give it up for this little bit of change that they offer is preserved. I didn't think it was right, even though at this point I have signed the papers, but that doesn't say that I'm satisfied with it or pleased with it. I know the rumor is going around saying that everybody is satisfied with this. That's not true. So saying that is when they offered this little money for this house, they should have put in or stated that they would help to finance the problems that's wrong with the new houses that's being bought. And they didn't do that. You got to come out of your money for repairs of a house that you find, because you're not going to find a house at the price that they give you to do the repairs.
Right.
So
yeah, look at how much space. Sorry, I wanted to just show on the camera because look at how much space she has. Look. So this is the huge formal dining room. There's a bedroom. There's a lovely formal living room, and then tell everybody just so that the video viewers know how many bedrooms do you have upstairs?
I have 4 bathrooms, not 4 bathrooms, but 4 bedrooms, and 1 bath upstairs.
Yeah.
I have a bath downstairs with 1 bedroom, living room, dining room, and a kitchen. So.
And you have a full basement too, right?
And I have a full basement. It's not in use, but it's still a full basement. So I have all these things, and I have to give up some of that to try to find some place at my age, 86,
right,
to run around trying to find a decent place to live when I thought that I was going to be set after working 2 jobs all these many years to pay for what I have, and like where I was staying, like what I have accumulated. I raised my family here, and now that they have gotten grown and moved out, then I thought I was set. Didn't have to be running around looking for things like this or doing this anymore.
Right.
So it's a terrible thing to have to give up all what you have just for a potential pond.
And how did you feel when you found out, as the residents, we've sort of tried to get answers from the MWRD and Mayor Clark and everything, and we looked and we did all the research and we found out there's so many alternatives they could do to help with the flooding. They don't need this pond. How does that make you feel when we just get totally ignored? We say, hey, you don't have to push these people out. Look at all these other options. How does that make you feel when they just keep saying, no, that's all right. We still want you to move?
It just made me feel like I wasn't a part of Harvey, and I wasn't a part of what was going on here. Well, I tried to talk in the meeting to Mayor Clark. He didn't want to hear what I had to say, and MWRD. Even listening to them, they did not give any answers to what was going on. Didn't find out what was going on until July 2023, when they had been planning this way back, I think in 2019, but the residents just had found out in July, and
Right.
they came in the meetings, and the answers that they gave to me wasn't appropriate answers for what they was trying to do. They should have informed the residents that they wanted to replace way before July.
And did you ever have anybody, either Mayor Clark or anyone from the MWRD, actually come to your house to say, we want to ask you, are you okay with, if we do this project? Did you ever have anyone approach you?
Definitely not. And that was one of the rumors that I heard going around, that there was someone had been to your house and had talked to everybody about, or talked to me personally, I would say, about what was going on and why they wanted this property for this project. No, they did not.
So how did you first find out? Did you get something in the mail?
I got one letter in the mail, which was July the 7th, that was the first meeting that they gave down at City Hall. That was when I found out about it. And I was so shocked then, I didn't even know what to say. So at that point, I didn't really say a whole lot. But I wasn't satisfied as it went on. No, I was not satisfied that I had to move or give up all I had just for this particular project, because there were other places that they could have chosen. I never had a flood at my house, but I'm giving up for somebody else's house that being flooded. My house was never flooded, so I don't understand why I had to give up what I had just to, because there was other spots that they could have chosen.
Right. And can you remind people what happened? We did finally, a few residents got a meeting with Mayor Clark. I forget when that was, earlier this year, a few months ago. But how did that meeting go? Do you feel that were we actually listened to? Were you listened to?
I was listened to, but really didn't get any answers. Okay. There was no answers regarding this project. All the talk that went on, I didn't learn anything no more than what I already knew from that. So no, I did not get any answers, and I was not pleased still.
Right. I was gonna say that I'm so glad you're saying that on the record, because for our viewers that are tuning in, myself and a few other concerned residents went to the MWRD meeting earlier in this month in October, and I've already posted the video. But Kari Steele is up for re-election, Marcelino Garcia, and Precious Brady-Davis. They're up for re-election in a few weeks, and several of the commissioners were on the record saying, "Oh, this is great for Harvey. The residents are happy. They took the offers, they took the money. That means that they're happy." So we just wanted to clarify that doesn't mean just because someone's they're saying they'll take the deal. Like, what did Kari Steele say? I want to make this clear, and I want to get your reaction. She told us on camera, she said, "We're not using eminent domain." But we said, "Ms. Steele, the residents know if they don't sell, then you're going to use eminent domain." So could you respond to that? Because she said, "No, we're not using eminent domain. They want to go." But could just clarify that.
No, they might not be using it now, but like you say, they are going to use it if we don't take the deal and move. And I am not satisfied. I wasn't satisfied then, and I'm not satisfied now. Even though I signed a little paper and going through all this stress, aggravation and stuff, trying to run around and find stuff, I should not be doing this at this age.
And how do you feel about, like, a lot of the residents they're threatened with their homes being taken here? A lot of them are elderly. They've lived on the block for many years. They're homeowners.
All elders on here, just maybe a couple on this block that's not. But they still, if they even in their 30s or their 40s, they're not elders, but they still of age where they shouldn't be running around looking for places to stay, especially if they property is paid for. I paid my taxes, I paid for my property, so I shouldn't be running around looking for anything.
Right. And how do you feel? How do you feel that this affects your health? We know several of the elders on the block, they have heart conditions, they have, just different high blood pressure, health issues. Because again, Ms. Steele was saying, "Oh, but they're not complaining," and we were trying to say, "Yeah, but how
are you going to complain and you don't never see anybody to complain to,
Mm-hmm.
unless you go way downtown or somewhere. You don't have anybody to complain to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So again, at my age, I'm trying to do the best I can, and by taking the little money that they offered to try to look for something else, it is really hard because you can't find anything for. And I think they knew that you can't find anything for the money that they offer. And then when you find something, then and they go through the inspection, you got all these problems with these houses that if you chose that house, you got to come out of your pocket to pay for this. I think the MRD, whatever they call, I think they should be the one to help to pay for that. But they didn't allow you enough money to pay for it on your own. So I think it's something else should come from them.
Right.
Or the city.
At the very least. Right. Definitely. No, thank you.
Because they want me to move. They want my property.
Mm-hmm.
So as it stands now, I'm giving up a lot actually for nothing.
Right. And you've been a taxpayer and owner here in Harvey for
50 plus years.
And it just sounds like you're not being listened to.
Well, if you want to put it that way, I would say yes, I'm not being listened to. And the only thing now is to try to compensate myself and try to do what I can, because I can't say how much time I got left. Like I say, I'm 86.
Right. That's what I was worried about as far as, since we have all the elderly residents in the block, how do you think this affects their health? Because we know people are not happy, but we've heard a few residents complain to say, hey, I can't go to meetings and stuff. My blood pressure's going to be too high. They're worried about their health. Can you talk about that? How does it affect your health? People have health issues, right?
I have hypertension. I have a breathing problem. So to run around with all this pressure runs your blood pressure up.
Right.
It has a wear and tear on your body. And it's just simply hard.
Right.
So if I go 3 days out of the week running around looking for a house, I have to take a day or two to rest before I start back doing anything else.
Right, I would say even that's stressful. If you try to fight it and they're not listening to you, that stresses you out.
Yeah, that's
and then
stress.
If you're trying to find a new place, that's stressful.
All of it is stress. It's stress, and it takes a toll. The wear and tear.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. Is there anything else that you want to share with either the MWRD or Mayor Clark or the world or anybody?
The only thing that I would say, if you want the property, then you should be willing to pay for it. Even though, I say it again, even though I've signed the little paper for the little money that was offered, I think you should offer a little bit more to help pay for all the new property that's being looked for or being found with all the problems that these houses have. These are not brand new houses. If it was a brand new house, I could see. These are not brand new houses because you didn't offer enough to get a brand new house. These houses are used houses, and they all have problems.
Right.
They have more problems than the house that I live in, and my house is an old house.
Right.
But the houses, these are fairly decent houses, but they got more problems than mine's ever had.
And if the MWRD and Mayor Clark took our, advice, or took basically they listened to our demands, we're telling them do one of the options that does not require people to move away and that doesn't, require them to demolish the beautiful old church where my family, grew up. If they could do that, I mean, would you just rather stay here? If we knew they had these other options, if they just did this other option and said, okay, you're right, we'll leave all the homeowners alone, would that make you happy?
That would be an option, but it would be hard because they've already uprooted and you done tore up and gave away most of your things trying to accommodate what you got, what you already have, or what they them already offered. I have gave away so much, so many of my personal items just to downsize to their level, because I will not find a house with this many bedrooms or bathrooms
Right.
to compensate for the space of what little money that's being offered.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's just been a tough process all along. Well, thank you for sharing, Miss Dorothy. We appreciate you, and yeah, thank you again. And we're gonna keep speaking up on this, and hopefully maybe you can even come to one of the meetings with us. But if not, we'll at least share your story online so everybody can see, and that it's not true, that everyone is just happy.
Definitely not. So where that rumor came from, I don't know, because no one ever asked me.
Right. Absolutely. Thank
And
you.
no one knocked on this door. If somebody came to the door from City Hall or wherever, I can see them on my porch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so no one have came and knocked on my door and left a flyer saying, "Oh, well, I was here to talk to you," or in regards to this. No,
Oh, that's right. And before I go, I
that
just
is
realized.
not true.
Yeah, let me show our viewers the lovely. Okay, so this is the formal dining room, living room. Look at this, all this beautiful space. This goes upstairs, and look at the lovely front porch. It's so cute. So she's got a lovely, lovely home here. I'll show you the front of it too. Beautiful apartment building across the street. That's where the Pools live, right there. Look at this lovely house. The lovely Ascension Church is right there. So just wanted you all to be able to see that. And yeah, that's it for now. So thanks, Miss Dorothy.
Oh, you're very welcome.